Okay, today it's gonna be a really good day. It's cruise day, and I don't know what's going on with this light. Just parked up out here in front of the house and just, I don't know. I tried to give you a nice backdrop, and this is the reward I get. Got suitcases in the back, heading down to Port Canaveral, hopping on a 4-night cruise on MSC Divina. I can't wait to take you with me. Let's go. Let's not wait any longer. All right, we made it to the cruise shuttle. It's time to head to the MSC Divina. Like I said, 4-night cruise, going down to the private island. What is it called? Oh yeah, Ocean Key Marine Reserve. Great place, one of my favorite cruise line private islands. We'll take you there, but first, let's get on board this ship. Cruise tip, when you're riding on the shuttle to the cruise, you always gotta leave that tip. Right, Mark?
Absolutely.
Take it easy, my man.
Thank you. Have a good time.
We'll see you on the other side. And just like that, made it through check-in. Time to get to the ship. We're boarding the MSC Divina all the way to the end, they said. All right, we're going to the end. Time for the cruise dance. We're getting on the ship. Got the feet moving. The music playing in here, probably gonna get demonetized. Thank you, MSC. We're getting on the ship right there. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And once again, welcome aboard the beautiful MSC Divina. We have the Swarovski crystal staircase just behind me. It's an absolutely amazing ship. I'm having the best time ever, like I always do on a cruise line. I'm not sure what they do, but you know what? It's a fantastic cruise, and the crew members on board, absolutely amazing. They're all friendly, they all remember your name, they remember your order, your preferences. Oh man. I've just been having such an amazing cruise. The other day we were in Nassau, Bahamas. Now we're at their private island, Ocean Key Marine Reserve. Such a fantastic, beautiful place. It's my favorite cruise line private island. Now, let's start things off with the question of the day. And today's question, it should be pretty easy for those of you who've cruised before. What are the 3 colors on the Bahamian flag? Go ahead and post your answer down in the comments below. Just know you'll be wrong if you say red, white, and blue. Now in today's cruise news, there's a lot going on. I'm gonna be breaking down news about the masking policy for MSC Cruise Lines in their terminal, as well as we'll talk about the same policies for Carnival, as well as Royal Caribbean. Plus, we need to talk about Royal Caribbean's brand new ship, Icon of the Seas. There's great news, she's gonna be coming to the Caribbean in the fall of next year. It'll be her inaugural season, and we'll talk about it here in today's episode. We also need to talk about Carnival Cruise Line because their CEO has announced he's stepping down, and we know his replacement. That means in the last year we've seen Royal Caribbean CEO stepping down, and now we're seeing Carnival's. So it begs the question, who might be next? But since I'm on board the MSC cruise ship here today, why don't we start out by talking about some news relating to that company. They've just announced their 2023 cruise schedule, and it's got some very interesting and great things, and a brand new cruise ship that's going to be home porting in Port Canaveral, Florida. That's right, beginning April 16th of next year, the MSC Seaside will home port from Port Canaveral, and you better believe I'm going to be taking you along with me on board the Seaside. Now, some other big changes, the ship I'm on right here, right now, the MSC Divina, she's actually slated to begin a European season next year. She'll home port from Civitavecchia, and that's Rome, actually really close to Rome. And last but not least, Miraviglia, she's going to permanently reside in New York City once she finishes up her dry dock that she's in right now. So lots of moving and shaking for this smaller cruise brand that's growing pretty fast here in the US. So I've been talking to a lot of the crew members here on board the Divina that I'm cruising on right now, and they're all looking forward to getting on another cruise ship here in the US market. It's really great that they're expanding. A lot of them say they've worked on some of the other ships in the fleet that are coming around here, and the Magnifica especially, and they're really looking forward to having a small ship feeling come to the MSC brand here in the United States. So I'm really excited to take you all along with me. I'm gonna try to cruise on board the entire fleet here in the US for MSC in the next year or 2 years' time. I think it's definitely doable. I'm already 1/5 of the way through it, so it's only 4 ships left. I can definitely do that. And you better believe I'll be taking all of you right along with me, just like the vlog I'm working on right now. Got my little tripod here. It's holding up the light right now. But in the vlog I'm releasing from this week's episode, I'm going to be taking you all the way up to the top of the lighthouse at Ocean Key. Now, let's talk about Royal Caribbean, and excuse me while I give you a shameless plug. Did you know I sell my own cruise t-shirts? And One of them, it's this design right here, Loyal to Royal. It's very popular. If you're a Royal Caribbean cruiser, I guarantee you've never seen this one on board any Royal Caribbean ship before, and you could be the first one to wear it on board your next Royal cruise. If you'd like to shop for this design or any of my other designs like my Midships logoed merch, there's a link in the description below this video, and you know I always pin one up here for those of you watching on mobile. Now let's get back to this Royal Caribbean news. They have a brand new class of ship coming out in 2023 for the cruise season. It's named the Icon class, and the very first one, obviously it's going to be named Icon of the Seas. And their CEO, Michael Bailey, has just recently announced that this ship will be making waves with new innovations and adventures right here in the Caribbean for the very first season. While we don't know exactly which port she's going to home port at, it's pretty likely it's going to be Fort Lauderdale or maybe Miami. Do y'all think we should get booked on the inaugural cruise for Icon of the Seas? I know I missed out on Wonder, but I did get on Odyssey pretty early in the game, so maybe we'll have to look at it. If you'd like your chance to book on board, rooms will go on sale about 12 months in advance of the inaugural season, so make sure you're checking in this fall on Royal Caribbean's website. And of course, if you subscribe to this channel, I'll let you know as soon as the ship goes on sale. Now, I want to talk about something that's going to be really special with you, and that's going to be my very first ever group cruise for the Midships family. We're cruising out of Charleston, South Carolina this October 24th on board the Carnival Sunshine, and we're heading down to a beautiful little strip of sand here in the Caribbean. It's called Half Moon Cay. It's one of those tender ports. You have to get off the ship onto a little small boat and they ferry you over to shore. It's a really good time. I promise there's some great pictures to be had on that little tender port of your ship. It's absolutely beautiful. It's paradise on earth. We're going to have a blast, and I'm going to be cruising right there alongside with you. I've got some fantastic activities planned for all of us, some group things that are just for those of you joining me on the cruise. So if you'd like to hop on, you can find more information about the group in my Facebook group, which is linked in the description below this video. And now let's talk about another new ship and a new cruise line, Virgin Voyages. You know, that new cruise company that started, well, they tried to start at least before the pandemic, and then, you know, they purchased a new ship, it was all ready to go, and then they had to push their plans back like 2 years. But finally, Scarlet Lady was able to set sail post-pandemic, and now, fast forward, we're on to their fourth ship. Well, technically they only have 3 right now, but the fourth is waiting in the wings. And guess what? We finally know the name of this fourth ship. Would you like to know it? All right, I won't keep you waiting much more. So Virgin's fourth ship will carry on sort of the lady naming convention that they've been using. They started with Scarlet Lady, then they went to Valiant and Resilient Lady, and now their fourth vessel, well, she's going to be called the Brilliant Lady. So I'll be curious to see what mermaid on the side of the hull they'll be painting for this fourth ship in the Virgin fleet. How many of you out there in the Midships family have actually cruised or considered cruising on Virgin Voyages? I'm actually a little curious because it might sway my decisions on some upcoming cruise bookings that I'm looking at. So let me know in the comments below. You did comment your answer to the question of the day, right? If you didn't, there's a super helpful button down there as well. The thumbs up button, it looks kind of like this. I would really appreciate if you hit it. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we're about to hit 10,000 subscribers in probably the next couple of days. So if you'd like to be part of one of the fastest growing cruise communities on YouTube, well, it's a great time to subscribe. We'd love to have you here. Everyone's, of course, welcome. All right, now I need to break some news that I don't think I've seen published anywhere else out there on the YouTubes online, including right here on this channel. It's brand new news. When I boarded this ship, the MSC Divina, just the other day in Port Canaveral, Florida, do you know what happened? I got to the terminal and I found out that masks are optional when you board an MSC cruise. So you heard it here first. The masks are off the entire time on your vacation. And I have to tell you, this has not felt like a pandemic cruise whatsoever. The only giveaway was the pre-cruise testing and the fact I had to show my vaccine card at the terminal. But otherwise, I've not put a mask on the entire cruise whatsoever. I don't even know where mine is. And I have to tell you, for those of you in my comment section that are saying, no thanks, I'll wait till cruising is normal again, it's normal again, I promise you that. It's time to book your cruise. Get on the website, check out MSC. It's a wonderful line. Get something on the books, get out there and cruise because it's back and it's better than ever before. And the crew is dying to have you on board. Trust me, they want people on board these ships. They're getting bored themselves. I've had so many fantastic conversations with crew here on the Divina, including the cruise director, Pedro, and their future cruise director. They're here on the ship and they took time out of their day, like 10 or 15 minutes each day, to have some private conversations with me. It's absolutely a wonderful time. So if you're considering cruising, go ahead and get that deposit put down. And since we're talking about masking policies at terminals, Royal Caribbean and Carnival are also announcing officially no masks in their terminals whatsoever during embarkation. So there you go, that's your update on masking policies for cruise lines as it stands now here in the US. Now let's talk about Carnival Cruise Line. Their CEO, Arnold Donald, he's been with the company for a long time, like 13 years or more. He's just announced he'll be stepping down later this year, which means there's now an opening available. Do you think I should be the next CEO for Carnival Cruise Line? That'd be pretty cool, right? We could rename it the Midships Cruise Line. I'm kidding. I'm not cut out for CEO material. They already have the position filled already, and it's just reopened. It's not going to be me, and it's kind of unfortunate because we'd have a good time, and trust me, I'd bring all of you along with me for cruises at some great rates. But alas, Arnold Donald, after many years of service and leading the company to amazing profitability, a greener future, and bringing on a brand new class of ships, the Excel class with the Mardi Gras Celebration and Jubilee, all of this was under Arnold Donald's watch. And congratulations to him on a fantastic career. Your legacy will be cruising on long after you leave the company. But don't fear, Arnold will still be staying on in a less busy role. I mean, he's 67 years old. The man's worked really hard in life. He deserves to enjoy his retirement a little bit. Let's be real. So to replace Arnold Donald will be a man named Josh Weinstein, a 48-year-old executive with the Carnival Corporation who's worked with them for nearly 20 years. He'll take the helm as we see the biggest recovery in the history of cruising. Weinstein's experience with Carnival? You might be curious about it. I know I was. He worked in the global maritime auditing and information technology sector. That's a lot of words. I don't know what they mean. But he spent 10 years as the treasurer for the cruise line. And for some reason, the stock market doesn't like this news because the shares fell like 6% on the news, but I think they'll rebound just fine. Well, it's time for me to head back down to the beach here at Ocean Key. Can't wait to get my toes in the water and my buns in the sand. You know, that's a Zach Brown Band song. I edited that for YouTube. However, I really appreciate you watching the channel today. Make sure you get subscribed. We are so close to 10,000 folks here on the channel. I would love it if you were number 10,000. Thank you for stopping by the channel today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships.
La 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 la